What's up everybody, welcome to World of Warships Legends. Today we're on Northern Waters and it's a domination mode game, so we're looking to capture all the bases here. We're going to be using the British legendary battleship the Conqueror, and we're starting on the western flank, effectively going towards the Alpha Cap. I'm a little bit torn on what captain to use on this ship at the moment. I've been having good success with a zero lane Nelson, and I'm currently using Andrew Cunningham. When I edit this video, I'll throw both those builds up on the right hand side of the screen for you to have a look at. Now with the zero lane Nelson build, I'm running big sevens. You've effectively got 16% additional AP shell damage, you've got 16% additional HE shell damage, but you've got 15% less armor penetration value for your armor penetration shells. And then you've also got the running with scissors legendary skill that I usually use, which is again another 15% AP shell damage and 15% HE shell damage, but then you've got 6% dispersion of your main batteries. Then with the Andrew Cunningham, when you're running gyrating drill bits, you've got 10% additional AP shell damage there. So between gyrating drill bits on Andrew Cunningham and the Big 7 ability on a zero lane Nelson, there's a 25% swing there in armor penetration value, which is a lot really. And I find that at the moment, especially against a broadside battleship, I'm losing a lot of damage using the Big 7 skill, where I'm getting a lot of bounces just depending on what angle the enemy ship's at. So I'm going to try Andrew Cunningham in this one, and I bounce between both of the captains quite a lot, but I'm just trying to find a build that I'm currently happy with, and I'm yet to do that. I'm also finding now that ships like the Minotaur, which I'm looking at the moment, or the Minotaur I think a lot of people call it, this Conqueror takes a hell of a lot of damage when it's getting spammed by small caliber AP shells. I think that's something to do with the fact that the deck armor is quite weak on this ship. So we'll see how we get on in this game. I'm expecting, or I was expecting, to see a destroyer come into the Alpha Cap here, but it doesn't look like one is. So I'm gonna actually start pushing forward again. I was putting it in reverse there and thinking about swapping to the HE shells, but seeing as nothing's coming in and I'm not spotted, we will push in now and give this cruiser in front of us a hand, removing this Riga. What we got over there, Yamato. Currently the only ship in this game, when I had a look when we started, that I'm actually worried about. It does have the ability to overmatch my armor, so the Yamato is a ship that I don't really want to run into, especially in close quarters. Looks like he's turning in there, so he's probably going to end up coming through this gap on my right hand side into the Alpha Cap. So as I come through the Alpha Cap here, I'm going to have to be aware that that could end up beside me. Got the Bismarck out there, I've got my AP shells loaded. I'm going to aim above the armor belt, and we should get some good consistent AP shell penetration there into the side of the ship, which we do. So 22k first salvo, it's not a bad salvo at all. So that's with Andrew Cunningham and with the additional 10%. So I'm not saying that it would have been worse if I'd been using the Nelson build, but it might have been, you know, I really don't know. I'm testing both out at the moment. I get consistently good shots with both, but I find with the Nelson build, I get those shots where I'm expecting massive damage and get almost nothing, which isn't ideal when you're looking to remove a ship from the game. It looks like this Bismarck's just going to get around the corner there, so I'm probably not going to be able to finish him off, which is a shame. So we're going to have to help out with this Riga. Yeah, he's gone. I'm not going to be able to get him. We'll start working on this Riga here. Just going to aim for the superstructure. These shells are quite big. Don't know if I can overmatch his bow armor. I can't remember. I need to have another look at the armor scheme. I don't really spend a lot of time using the Russian cruisers, so I'm not that familiar with their armor scheme. I'm going to keep aiming into the superstructure for now, just because I'd rather get less damage than none, and because I don't know if I can overmatch him, I'm not going to take the risk. As soon as this Rieger's down, I'm going to have to push around this corner quite quickly. As I mentioned earlier, I'm expecting the Yamato to come round on my kind of east flank, where he was last seen. So, kind of through that gap there. So if I get round this corner quick enough, we should be able to avoid that from... What? Well, there's a surprise. You can't do this. This is something that you absolutely cannot do, especially in a legendary battle. So this should be a one-shot kill. We're going to aim just in front of the armor belt there, and pow. So bit of a shame there, we left him alive, but teammates finished him off rather quickly. So down goes their Yami. That's the biggest threat to me, now out the way. I've just seen their cruisers popped up on the map there behind me in the Alpha Cap. So there's the Minotaur. We're going to take the shot out on him. Ideally what we want is him to turn one way or another. So if it exposes any side, which he's doing now, so perfect. Take the shot. And that should be the end of him. So there we go. Keep feeding ships to me, guys. Looks like the red team's determined to lose as hard as they possibly can. That was a nice treat, the army coming out there right in front of me to take that broadside. The issue was I wasn't reloaded there, and had he taken the shot and maybe taken out one or two of my guns, it might have been a different story. But with that said, that is what you want to avoid, is putting your ship directly in front of someone else's at a complete broadside, especially in legendaries here. You might have got away with it in a ship like potentially the GK, which has a very, very good armor scheme, but there we go. So what I'm doing now, this is the wrong play to make. If the enemy had maybe one or two more ships and we're winning on point, I'd definitely be heading towards the Bravo cap and securing that, but I know that all they've got left is the Bismarck we left barely alive earlier on in the game, and they've got an Alaska, so there's nothing I'm really scared of. So I'm going to head towards the middle of the map and get spotted effectively, and when one of them starts shooting at me, we'll find out their locations and we can quickly finish them off to win this game. It's been a bit of a stomp, this one. We've managed to get through them relatively quickly. So there's the Bismarck in front. He's managed to recover a bit of his health. It looks like he's been very much out the game since our bit of a standoff at the Alpha Cap earlier on. And there is the Alaska. So neither of them are particularly healthy ships, so we should finish these guys off relatively quickly, and that'll be the win. As I was saying earlier, this build is Andrew Cunningham. The last match that I did was a AL Nelson build, and at the moment I'm going to be running both of them quite often and just trying to come up with which one I prefer or which one I get on well with, specifically for like AP damage. So in fact there was a pretty good example there. So that AP shot there was alright. I mean, not every shell hit, but sometimes I find with the Nelson build it can be a bit kind of, I don't know, I'm just not impressed with it at the moment, so I do want something better. We're going for the double strike here. We'll take one shot at the Alaska, one shot at the Bismarck, and see where we get. The Nelson build that I was using last time on the Conqueror, I'll throw that video up at the end of this one, so if anyone wants to watch it they can have a look at that. We'll just have a look at the score here. So I think I did 190,000 damage, which is alright. It's not the best game, but it's not the worst game, but it was a bit of a rollover there. Their team pretty much failed at every cap, so our team did particularly well. I think they were coming through a bit on the Charlie cap though, so there we go. 2,600 base XP there for not a bad game at all. So if you liked the game there, please leave a like or a comment or both, and if you've got anything else to add, please leave it below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.